Prepare yourselves for very offensive language right from the start and throughout. Previously, a shock return.
Did you miss me?
Rocked the house.
Some of the housemates have issue with your control issues.
So you didn't sound controlling in the kitchen?
Hell no, would I ever, Nadia?
I saw everything you said.
I don't give a shit what you saw.
She said, oh, if I hear another Keith joke, blah, 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 blah.
I think you should be ashamed of yourself bitching about Keith all the time. That is two-faced.
Two-faced bitch, I am thrilled.
I find him utterly vulgar and repellent.
Tonight, tensions simmer.
Perez came back, the dark cloud came over again.
It's like some bitter rivalry that I can't be asked to be involved in.
It's an uneasy piece.
Exactly.
I don't want to talk about it anymore because I will get angry.
Okay, get angry.
No, don't goad me.
Don't say that about Cheggers.
And housemates nominate face to face.
You can be harsh and incredibly cruel.
I think you're playing a massive game.
Said hurtful things about me, which made me feel like shit.
The housemates facing Friday's eviction are...
Wow.
This sucks.
I'm just shocked. I am actually shocked.
If I were voting, I would vote to get him out. Sad as it is.
Was you?
I don't want to have a problem with Perez, but no one's going to screw up my experience.
Day 22, 9:39 a.m. It's the morning after Perez made his shock return to the house.
I had weird dreams last night. And I woke up in my nightmare.
Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me.
Nadia has a suggestion for Katie.
Morning. We've decided we're not going to argue today.
Have we
You up for
decided?
that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
A day of
Yes.
I'm even going to come and lie there to
let's.
Now don't start making love to me, that's a step too far. No!
Perez, get Katie Hopkins off me.
No way, don't touch me. The right wing of
Callum.
Sandwich.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Let me get out.
I can't get it.
Cammy Lee and Keith are talking about last night's drama.
Well, it's just a shame, you know? Like, everyone was getting along, and then...
Yeah, it was certainly nice to see Nadia in a cheery mood, wasn't it?
And then now, look. It sucks, you know?
Yeah. Hello.
Morning.
Hey, are.
I just got sandwiched between Katie Hopkins and Perez in bed.
How was that?
Oh.
How was that?
Is there a day where we're not going to have a lycra item? Can I ask, just so I can look forward to it?
Yesterday, I wore pink pants.
But that was quite Pink Panther.
What?
I know. Tomorrow, can I pick your outfit?
No.
Oh, please.
No, I'm not giving you that power or pleasure.
It's not power. It would just give me my eyes just a little light relief. Please.
If...
Look, I've asked. I said please.
Well, I was thinking about it. Let me think about it.
Okay.
I'll let you pick my outfit if
you can.
I dress you in one of my outfits.
Okay, good. Deal. I don't want to wear a small pair of hot pants. Ever.
You might. Before you know it, you two are going to be besties.
Who knew?
She's so fair.
Let's start
No,
the
all
day
good, all
today.
good. Maybe
Why don't we
no.
just start
No,
the
no.
day afresh and
Yes,
see what
no.
happens? Because that in itself will be quite an interesting task for all of us.
No.
Just start the day fresh.
That's what I
do you
was
think?
saying.
Yeah, good.
I was saying she's so funny today. She came in and she's like, can I pick your outfit for tomorrow? And then I was like, let me think about this, because the old Perez would have just said no, and I did at first. And then I was like, okay, I'll let you pick my outfit tomorrow if then I can dress you in one of my outfits. And then she's like, sure.
Oh, good. So it's an uneasy piece.
Exactly.
10:38 a.m. Big Brother has called Perez to the diary room.
Before you entered the house, the rules regarding unacceptable language and behaviour were explained to you.
Yes.
At 10:42 last night, during an argument with Katie Hopkins, you said, "Let's hug." Katie said, no, fuck off, you said. And then at this point, you then leant in and appeared to lick Katie's face. Then at 11:43 last night, during another argument with Katie Hopkins, you approached her. And at this point, Katie said, don't kiss or lick me. And standing very close to her, you then made kissing and licking actions towards her face. And you then said, if you get within licking distance, I will lick you.
Great. All I will say
Perez,
is...
Big Brother is still speaking.
Oh, okay.
Perez, do you understand how this language and behaviour could be offensive to your housemates or the viewing public?
Yes, and I don't care.
Well, Big Brother isn't debating this. This is what Big Brother's telling you and passing on this information to you.
No, I appreciate
Big Brother does think that the language and behaviour in this instance is unacceptable.
Well, great. I'm glad you think that, and I'm glad I don't agree. I'm here. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to take your note. I will learn from it. I'm not aggressive in that way, and you have my assurance that I will not be going up to her face like this and invading her personal space. I doubt she will give you that assurance about me.
Callum and Kavanagh are weighing up the house politics.
I feel like I'm at a point where I've got so little days left. I'm so drained. I just want to let people crack on and fight for their victory. Yeah. You know what I mean? Take what you need to take. Let me enjoy my moments. Yeah. Obviously stay true and genuine and shit, but like instead of trying to fight battles with people and get caught up in it, I just want to say, guys, if you guys want it that bad and want to be these continual battling people, then crack on. Yeah. It's like some bitter rivalry that I can't be asked to be involved in.
It's a bitter rivalry that will never win.
Until somebody's victorious.
Yeah.
And
until somebody wins.
Yesterday, after Perez returned to the house, he told Katie Price what he heard Katie Hopkins talking about.
Perez, what has she said about me, truthfully?
She said that you fucking talk about your fucking kids so fucking much.
I do,
and your fucking husband, and if you fucking talk about Kieran one more time, blah, 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 blah. And she also said, oh, she's just here to get a paycheck, and she doesn't have an opinion, and she does not fucking pray, and she should fucking take a stand.
But is she awful? Is she awful about me? But the person I said who I will talk to later, I want to, but then I just don't want to cause a row. But I just feel I have to, because if
just talk quietly away from everyone else.
Because if they're being nice to me, not behind my back and taking the piss out of what I say, it's not nice, because my family and that, my life and my world. So shall I say something or shall I not? I'll wait and then I'll see, because I just don't want to rile up.
Do you know what? One
Katie,
of the things that
we ask about your family. You don't walk into a room and go, hello, can I tell you about my kids?
Yeah, I was asking you about Harvey yesterday.
I've grilled you repeatedly.
I know. No, but we spoke about Harvey yesterday. That's not bad. I want to meet him and after talking about it. It was very nice, especially all the stories and stuff like that.
I think what I'm hurt about is because I've been betrayed so much this year that I'm open to finding new friends. And if you're meeting someone, you think they're your friend, and yet again they're still doing something behind your back. I'm not into that at the minute.
It rehashes old feelings.
That's why yesterday Perez said, well, listen, I don't want to tell you if people have been saying things behind your back. I said, no, tell me. It's because I know my husband will have been watching Gay. Tell her.
I know people are dickheads about me out on the outside world. I know people say stuff about me, and it's fine. I can accept that. But when you've given someone a chance and stuff...
Well, you came in so
and they're
warm
still,
and so open.
And I think they're generally, oh, okay, you actually accept me and we're all right. And then they're not really, then that's cruel.
That is cruel.
(12:10 p.m) Perez is back.
Yeah, I'm back. Ow. Fucking A. Ow. Shit.
Michelle is talking to Big Brother about Perez's return to the house.
It was enjoyable for 2 days. And then Perez came back, the dark cloud came over again. And we made our peace before he left. But as soon as he came back, it was, I'm disappointed in you, and I'm disappointed in you, and just spouting these awful ways to talk to people. Because in all honesty, the only person I can disappoint is myself. I don't care if I've disappointed Perez Hilton, to be honest. When you have different barometers of what's offensive, if I'm sitting there and I'm not saying anything offensive, but Katie Hopkins decides to say things that bother her about people. Since when is it my job to go, oh, you shouldn't say that. Oh, that's not nice. That's not my job. She could say whatever she wants. I'm not going to co-sign. I'm not going to agree. It's not my job to police her. The same way Nadia told me it's not her job to police Perez. If he is disappointed because I didn't sit there and go, don't say that about Cheggers, then fuck you. I don't care if you're disappointed.
Callum, Kavanagh and Katie are talking about Keith.
It's what done a thing if you've got a tactic in your head, but if you're genuinely just going to be, okay, well, everything's fine and let's all be, let's...
That's basically Cheggers then, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I've got to have that conversation with him yet today.
I mean, he looks like, he's had a terrible trauma.
But it's like, how can you be delusional to think that...
That's what I said. I said, you can't be that
naive. He's seen
naive.
the clip of me up in that diary room saying the stuff. He's seen a clip.
Disappointed he is.
I don't know. Disappointed in what?
That's what like a granddad would say, you know what I mean?
Yeah, am I sat on your...
No, mate, I'm just going to question over there.
So, that conversation will come and it won't go well, but we'll try it.
Well, it might be interesting to have a one-on-one conversation.
I'll be out of cigarettes soon and it's just going to get real.
You up? Oh, yeah.
No, I'm gonna try. I'll try and have the conversation, but I know that he won't have it properly with me.
No, he won't. He'll just go, leave it, and that's doing nobody any favours.
Also, don't know what he's upset about. I've always said consistently, he's Switzerland and he's determined.
Right.
And I said in the diary, he'll stand on someone's head to get to the top. I said it, and he saw it.
Saw it. So why
what's
now
the
he's
new
suddenly in
news?
shock?
Yeah, but more. Why is he looking like a man? Like the people I see in A&E. Why is he looking?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
We're in CBB, not any.
Shock and trauma.
Coming up, Perez puts on a show.
Oh, yes, now that's the shot.
And Keith gets off the fence.
I've come for an experience in this house, don't put in. I've come for an experience in this house. I'm enjoying my experience and may it continue. Thank you very much. But I'm disappointed.
Prepare yourselves for offensive language and sexual themes. (1:01 p.m. Callum is talking to Big Brother.
I don't want to have a problem with Perez. I don't want to have a problem with Nadia, but it's been an ongoing thing for the 20-something days we've been in here. But now Perez is friendly, and Perez is nice to people. I look at it like he's done a great underdog story. He's gone from being hated and disliked and causing trouble to using 2 days away as a thinking point to clear his head and come back a changed man. Yeah? Even the shaving of his face, I see it. I see to myself, he's come back as this joyous, fun-trained character that has apologized and wants to get along with everybody. If it's real, then awesome. Unless I am properly pushed or properly provoked or I feel someone really needs to be stood up for, I'll happily do that. But I would rather sit back, and if people have problems, then they have problems and they need to crack on with their own problems, because no one's going to screw up my experience.
Perez has a question for the two kiddies.
So KP and Katie, what have you each learned about yourselves thus far in these past 3 weeks in here?
I've learned that people call it a game right up until the point where they feel offended, and then suddenly it appears a bit like life or death. Ultimately, this is the Big Brother house. Ultimately, we do have to go and say stuff in the diary room about people. I think I've been very consistent with what I've said, but I'm not sure you were entirely helpful in saying you would share it one-on-one when I offered you to say it in front of me, and I would have stood right next to you while you said whatever you needed to say to whomever.
Well, I offered you the chance to say to those two specific people in the room, Katie and Keith, what you said and I heard.
I can't say anything about Katie because we're not allowed to discuss nominations.
No,
so
it wasn't during
pushed
nominations.
me to the
It was
point.
outside. It was in the house, not in the diary room.
Oh, look, all Perry said that you said about me was that all I do is talk about my kids and Kieran, which I do.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're my life.
We've seen that.
But they're my life. The
I'm
other thing
unsure
is-
about the children thing, though. I'd be very
You
unsure
did,
that.
and you also, fine, we'll go there for it. And you also are complaining that she uses government money to take care of her
said
son.
that to her face.
Yeah,
Great.
but the thing is...
Have I not
about
said that to her face?
All I'm saying is that's what I saw, and I didn't see you
Did we
talk
have
to
that
her.
discussion in the kitchen?
Yeah, but what hurt me about that, I'll be honest, is I don't ponce off the government. I didn't feel, because I just don't want to argue. But two of my
did
kids,
we have that explicit discussion?
Yeah, but not in full, because I just kept quiet because I just don't want to argue.
And
I'm
that's
not
another
arguing
thing.
now.
She was upset that you didn't have it
But
in full.
I don't feel I have to. All I'm saying on that is I pay for two of my kids to go to private school. I am very much entitled that if something is offered to me by the government to take it through, whether I earn whatever money, this is the other thing, you should never judge anyone on that. But what I'm saying is...
Well, that's her whole shtick. She judges everybody for everything.
But I'd rather the government pay for my son to go to school than pay for fireworks over the River Thames on New Year's Eve.
Can you not clap, please?
I'm just
'Cause
saying
you do it quite a lot.
That...
Yeah, but when we're having like a normal adult conversation, what we don't need is a round of applause. Right, now let's go, Keith.
I don't want to talk about it anymore because I will get angry. And
Okay,
I just,
get angry.
I just feel let down. No, don't
be
go
disappointed.
Me. Don't start all this get
I'm
angry and all that sort of thing that
go
you
for your
want.
life.
I don't want to do that.
But
you know,
Checkers-
I'm just disappointed. That's all I'm saying.
That's what my father would say, and you're not my
well,
father.
No, I'm not your father. I'm Keith Chegwin. I'm doing my own thing.
You're
Just let me
disappointed
be.
because can you not do the clapping thing? I have asked
No,
politely.
please don't do that, because that is unnecessary as well, and I will have a go at you too. But what I'm saying is, I'm not playing a game. I've come into this house to enjoy myself and be nice with everybody. Unfortunately, you may not be able to do that, but I can, and hopefully I've done that successfully and have a nice time. I've come for an experience in this house. Don't butt in. I've come for an experience in this house. I'm enjoying my experience. I like the people here, and may it continue. Thank you very much. But I'm disappointed.
And what I heard her say about you and your attempts to bring humor into the house.
No, hold on.
Let me.
Don't
No. I'm gonna finish. She was
hold
saying,
you when
"Oh,
you're
I've heard him say
embellishing."
the same joke 100 times. Oh my God. Oh
But he
my
knows
God.
I say that. I've said that to Checkers' face.
Great.
There's things
you
that
view it
Checkers
that way.
knows that I say
view
to
it as
Checkers'
thank
face.
you. I appreciate you, and what you're doing, I think, is needed and amazing and brilliant. And he's just being himself.
Right, you wanted to go back to Pricey.
Yes.
Something else that you wanted to say about
yes,
Pricey?
you
I think it's
also
good. You
were
might as well do the whole lot.
criticizing. You were also criticizing her for not having a strong enough opinion.
Yeah, I agree
for
with
walking
that. Okay,
away.
but can I say something? You've got the job that I had a year before you. So if I haven't got an opinion, the Sun newspaper would not have me do their column if I did not have an opinion. Just because in this house I choose not to argue with people doesn't mean to say I haven't got an opinion. I have massive opinions.
Well, why don't you share them a bit more?
It's her choice.
No, don't answer for Pricey.
Because
Pricey will speak for
my
herself,
opinions aren't horrible. I could have an opinion on your boots. I don't have to be to have an opinion. You don't
They
have
are
to be
cheap, to
horrible.
be fair.
I can take the piss out of myself, and I don't care anyone else taking the piss out of me. But when it's nasty comments, unnecessary, it's just, what's the point?
Yeah, but I think there's just a lack of opinions on some things. I think there's a lot of people playing a middle ground, but it's a consistent thematic with what I've said before.
Great.
And
But
actually,
you
two
also
of the things
say-
Checkers and I've spoken about.
Great. And you're great. You're awesome.
Time to turn another corner.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all for it. I came back in, fun train, and
You say that, but then you come in here and you start it again.
When?
Have you had fun so far?
Yeah, I find this to be fun. I'm
Oh,
watching
okay.
it from home while
See,
I'm
he
in it.
likes to do that, and she likes to do that. That's why they're a perfect storm.
4:11 p.m. Nadia has a question for Cammy Lee.
Do you think there'll be a fight today, or do you think...
I don't know. We'll see. What do you think?
Yeah. All right.
I don't feel like Hopkins has an appetite for it today.
Perez is putting on a performance.
Let's get animal, animal, animal. Let's get animal. Let me hear your body talk. Your body talk. Let me hear your body talk. How did the verse go?
Here they go. Here they go.
Oh, yes, now that's the shot.
Let me hear your body talk. God, Colin's going
Oh,
Own it.
Let's get...
How did the verses go again?
Katie is in the diary room talking about Perez's return to the house.
Perez did a relatively good effort at stirring the pot yesterday, and gave the information he had gleaned from watching us in the dining room to certain individuals in order to upset them or distress them. The idea of conspiracy is really strong, and the desire to know dark secrets is really compelling for some people. So I think for Cheggers and Pricey, they felt that I was their friend, and therefore there were dark secrets to be learned. So they had faces like the back end of a bus this morning, which I largely ignored. So I think people need to get a bit of perspective and recognise that we aren't all friends in the house. We're just in a house together. Checkers is forever reminding us all that it's just a game, it's just a game. But of course, it's only just a game up to the point where it actually impacted on him.
You mentioned that Perez did a relatively good effort to stir the pot.
Yeah.
What would you have liked him to do?
If he was smarter, wiser, clever and had read people, he'd know the little things you could do to individuals to kind of trip them over throughout the day. So he could have played his hand better. But he's American, he's crass, he's not that intelligent, so he just threw his cards down and hoped that some of them stuck.
How do you see your position in the house, Katie?
I'm definitely the alpha male of the pride. That's a good role for cuffing the cubs, knocking down the bad behaved ones, and getting the lionesses to do what they're told to do. I'm the old haggard old git that tells it straight, that puts people in their place, doesn't take any crap, is prepared to call people out when they're being a twat, is not really interested in looks or how one appears. And I guess can take or leave any of the lionesses because I'm not really fussed by hair or their jewellery or how they waggle their tail. So I think I'm the alpha male of the pride.
Coming up, housemates nominate Fierce to Fierce.
I found that you can be harsh and incredibly cruel to people.
It's about time I have an opinion now. You don't think I have an opinion, so I will give my opinion now.
Katie Hopkins repeatedly said hurtful things about me, which made me feel like shit. So she should hop on board the fucking train out of here.
Okay guys, I've got some really exciting news to share. This year we have been given a luxury budget, but it's not for the housemates, it's for you lot at home. That's right, you could win not 5, not 10, but £20,000. You could give your home a facelift, revamp your wardrobe with some designer threads, or even pay your bills for an entire year. Personally, I'd top up my tan on some tropical beach somewhere, but that's just me. So to be in with the chance of winning £20,000, text CBB to 65515, or you can post your name and phone number to CBB PO Box 7557 Derby DE1 0NP. Text costs £1.50 plus one message at standard network rate. Lines close on the date shown on screen and 3 days later for postal entries. For rules and winners, go to channel5.com/win.
(7:10 p.m). Housemates are about to nominate Fierce to Fierce. After being cursed with eternal nomination by the public, Perez already faces eviction and cannot be nominated.
This sucks.
This is better.
I prefer it down here, actually.
I'd rather do it looking at people than do it up there.
Actually, in a way, I agree, but it's still...
Because
still sucks.
You go up there and they play it on there, that looks worse than just looking at someone in the face, right?
This is Big Brother. Katie Hopkins, give the name of your first nomination and your reasons for this nomination.
So my first nomination is Katie Price. For me, we've all done this journey together, and I do feel a sense that when I look at Katie Price on here and on the wall, that's the Katie Price that I feel I kind of think would be really funny to have in the house. So because I think you've lost a bit of your feistiness in here, because, and fairly enough, you want to get on with everybody, that's why I've nominated you. My second nomination is Cheggers. Don't do that, you silly hole. Cheggers said earlier today he was disappointed in me for things I've said about him, and I completely understand that. But equally for me, I guess I'm looking to spend, if I stay, I would like to spend my time with kind of feisty people that I also disagree with quite a lot, and maybe we don't get along, but I also like that, really. And I think ultimately you still are a person that would like to be liked by everybody, and I think just a bit of combativeness is a fun thing to be around.
Fantastic.
So that's the reasons.
Yeah, that's right. My first nomination is Katie. I found that you can be harsh and incredibly cruel to people. And I did say I was disappointed in you. So I worry that you might say something jovial about me, like, you know, oh, it's just corny jokes and all that sort of things. But I also worry about maybe there's other things that I'll find out when I get out, and I don't want to be disappointed. But in the meantime, my first nominee. My second nomination is, Cav, I've got to choose you because you told me to fuck off. I know it was part of drunken stupor, but been in the business a long time, no one's ever told me to do that, or I'm sure they have under their breath, but not to my face. So, but it did make me feel slightly thrown back. But I'm afraid you're my nominee just for that.
Okay, my first nomination is Nadia. Her friendship with Perez has obviously hindered some times that we can spend time, and because I don't want to be in the same air as him. I would get into it with Perez, and let's say he's running around naked, which he mostly does, and I go off on him, and then I get said, you shouldn't talk like that, you shouldn't scream like that, when in reality, a naked man licking his fingers, acting very vulgar towards me, should be the one being reprimanded, not myself. My second nomination is Keith. I don't want to be reprimanded if I leave a cup of tea out, and I just feel like Keith's time has come, and it's time for us to move forward.
But this is going to be a huge surprise to everyone. My first nomination is my dearest friend, Katie Hopkins, who I do believe that actually it's been quite a journey between the two of us. I think that we now accept our differences more, but the conversation will start, and I can totally predict. I know what you're going to be. I know which way you're going to go. And I love conversation that goes on for hours with dips and flows, and I don't believe we'd ever have that conversation. My second nomination is Callum. I admire the way that he has dealt with things in his life, but for me, I think we've gone probably as far as we can with conversation.
I've had to dig deep for this, because I really can't, at this stage, find... Anyway, my first nomination is Nadia. I feel that maybe in this house I haven't got to know you as well as I would have liked to, for certain reasons, i.e. Perez in the beginning, because you were always together. Obviously, we've not seen that lately, which is good.
Watch out! Oh, God.
But we'll probably got as friendly as we can get in this house, so that's the only reason. Oh, my second nomination is Keith. You don't express yourself as well as maybe I'd like you to, and it's difficult to know when you are meaning something or if you're not, because it's kind of is a lot of jokes all the time, and you felt very disappointed at a comment, which really there's been a lot worse stuff said to other people, although obviously relative to you it was bad.
My first nomination is Nadia. I felt like I didn't get to know you at all for the first 10 days. And I felt like every time I tried to talk to you, I was cut off, or you talk over me. You weren't really interested in what I had to say, and everything was like a roadblock. And that's why I'm nominating you. My second nomination is Keith Chegwin. Every day, every minute is a joy. I still love hearing his stories. Then the more time and the more stories and the more talks of home, I could feel his sadness come out. And so when I'm with Keith now, I'm not coming for joy anymore. When I'm with him now, I feel sad being with him. I don't want to feel sad.
My first nomination is Katie. And by the way, the reason I don't look like that picture there and there is because I haven't got my makeup artist or hairdresser. It's about time I have an opinion now. You don't think I have an opinion, so I will give my opinion now. My opinion is I've picked you, one, because it seems like you've been two-faced to everyone in here. You've been two-faced to my face. You've hurt me with what you've said. I am in here to make friends, and I think you're playing a massive game. I've been watching you the past few days. You prance around going, ooh, and I think that's all an act. And I'm very disappointed because the reason nobody can probably see my personality or anyone else's in here because I feel all you do is argue and take the limelight. You don't give anyone else a chance to shine. And I'm shaken because I hate this shit, but I am opinionated. So I may sit here being pretty, but trust me, I can be feisty when need be. My second nomination is Callum. I feel that when I talk about my family and Kieran, I don't know, I feel that it annoys Callum. I just feel just uncomfortable talking about my life when I'm around Callum.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
This took a lot of soul searching and digging. I had to really go deep to come up with this nomination, but I'm gonna have to painfully choose Katie Hopkins. Katie Hopkins repeatedly said hurtful things about me, which made me feel like shit. She also said very hurtful things about people sitting on this couch, and she said hurtful things about people who have left this house. When I came back into the house, I came in with a genuinely open heart, with an open mind, and encouraging Katie Hopkins to hop on board the fun train. Unfortunately, she has not been receptive to that, so she should hop on board the fucking train out of here. Ooh. My second nomination is Cammy Lee. Cammy Lee has said very hurtful things about me repeatedly, and just earlier during this nomination, she said she doesn't want to share the same oxygen as me. So I encourage her to leave this house and get lots of oxygen outside of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My first nomination is Nadia. What I've gone with here is not digging back all the way to the beginning of the house, but a recent situation was last night when Nadia came to me. I felt trying to dig me out and look for an argument, and I argued back, and it's the first time I felt I've lost my temper in this house, and I'm not here to do that. I hate arguing, I hate fighting, and I felt that created a little bad blood at the time.
Wow.
This one I struggled with because the man doesn't have a bad bone in his body, but my second nomination is Keith. I feel if there's any evictions or nominations or people are uncomfortable, I find Keith actually gets quite emotional and doesn't really take it as maybe some other people might in a stronger way, and it's actually an admirable trait, but I find that sometimes I see he's quite sad, which makes me quite sad, and I don't know how to speak to him at the time. That's my second nomination.
This is Big Brother. The housemates facing Friday's eviction are Nadia, Katie Hopkins, Perez.
Send me home! Send me home!
Relatively normal reaction.
And Keith.
Keith, you'll get to do the eviction shuffle.
You haven't done it before.
You've not done it yet.
Face-to-face nominations are now over.
Michelle was the only housemate to receive no nominations.
Well done, team.
Oh, refreshments.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey. No, I love you.
I like.
At 8:14 p.m. Kavanagh and Callum are talking about Katie Price's nominations.
I was quite shocked at Katie, what she said to Katie.
I know, I didn't know she was that pissed off with Hopkins.
Well, I think she was going to give it a lot lighter explanation, but then she saw that she doted her as well. She was like, I'm going to go in for the kill. Yeah. Oh, it's brutal that.
Oh, God, I'm glad that's done though, because that's like, get on with this thing, end it. Oh, I hope Keith's okay, mate.
I know, but he's got to. He's
You have to be okay, don't
He's
you?
got to be okay. But he so wants to be liked. He's such a lovely, wonderful man, but he can't take it to heart. Because sometimes it does grate on you when someone sits on the fence constantly. That's worse than actually speaking your mind and upsetting somebody. Because it's like, well, who are you real with and who are you not? God, what a roller coaster of fucking nerves.
Hello?
Are you all right?
Oh, God,
I wasn't
yeah,
expecting
I mean-
that, was you, admit? Just admit.
No.
Because
But,
it makes
I mean,
you think, like...
Well, it's part of the show, isn't it?
I know.
And also, it's part of the thing to be nominated.
I still think you'll win it, and I don't think you'll go anyway.
Don't.
I don't think you will go.
No, I know, but if you do, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because,
It's nothing to do, but I'm pretty shocked.
I suppose the only one that surprised me was Callum, and that was about it, really. The others didn't surprise me at all.
Really?
You know, because of what we talked about last night. When someone's feeling the pressure, then the best thing to do is to kick the one next to you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? But no, it didn't surprise me at all, really. You know, as soon as
It
I
did
said
me.
Hey?
Did me.
Did it?
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as I said to Katie today I was disappointed, I thought, well, there you go. You know, and it's like Cammy Lee, really. I mean, you know, I suppose it is my fault. I've not really spoken to her. I've done small talk, you know, but...
But it's hard because sometimes what can you have in common with? But it's this one of them things.
It's that
isn't
American thing. She doesn't know me and I don't know her, and we're different ages.
But I think you'll be fine. But it's
you know,
it's going to happen to us all. I am fucking shocked. I might lose my hubby. But I think you'll be fine. But I'm just shocked. I am actually shocked.
I did get 5. It's quite a lot.
Katie Hopkins is talking about Katie Price's nomination of Callum.
I was going to kick off for you.
With who?
On your behalf.
Oh, because she did it again?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you.
I know, I saw your face, I was looking at you.
I was going to go. And then I thought, no, because it's not my time.
Yeah.
And so I didn't, but I was going to. I did the,
Yeah,
which was my expression of, you can't keep using that to look good, look like everyone's nice friend, meanwhile voting their ass, which I appreciate.
Katie, can I tell you right now, I know you probably don't care, but out of everybody up, I want to see you stay the most.
Yes.
Thank you.
Walk away.
Thanks very much. That's very kind.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
if I hear you've been slagging me off in that diary room behind my back, then I will find where you live.
This two-faced bollock shit.
Oh, I know you haven't been. I'm just
I don't
messing.
think she has.
We
No,
know,
I know
I
she-
don't
I
think
know
she
you have.
has.
I
Well,
know, but we cleared up this
I
whole
know, but I just
two-faced
like saying it
shit
to you.
earlier.
I just
think
like
she
saying it
has
to you
it.
to make you feel uncomfortable.
Even though you don't want to make friends, bitch, you've made some, so
Oh,
take it.
Keith's
Girl, bye.
He's not walking around on his own.
Yeah, he's not happy.
We knew this wasn't going to be very good.
And I don't know how he takes it, mate.
Where is he?
Walking around. Because he keeps giving us the line, it's a game, da da da, we knew this,
But
but
then
then he
goes,
gets upset, so we'd be
yeah.
better off expressing hurt.
Coming up, Perez turns on Keith.
Like, if I were voting this Friday, I would vote to get him out.
And Keith in tears.
I'm going to say something. Whew.
It's okay. Take your time.
Whew.
Brace yourselves for very offensive language. (9:54 p.m. Nadia is boosting Keith's morale.
Maybe I have been a bit
You've been absolutely true and authentic to yourself. Don't let this question make
Sometimes
you
I feel a bit quashed, and that sounds an odd thing to say. Sometimes you feel like I better not crack a joke because you'll get upset and they'll say you're trivial. Maybe.
They just don't want you to have attention. Because you're funny and
Yeah,
you're
I don't
entertaining.
Yeah.
It's all about people wanting. Listen, all the people that are entertaining, i.e. you and Perez, they don't like it.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
And it was very interesting when Katie Price said today, you don't want anyone else to have the limelight. That's what she said to Hopkins.
Oh,
She was
really?
right.
Okay.
She was bang on with that, in that she camera catches the whole time. I mean, she's not funny. Don't you dare stop telling jokes.
No, exactly.
Or running
No,
around
I
with your
won't.
pants down.
Okay.
Katie and Michelle are mulling over their nominations.
I was proud of you tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thing is, I was shaking. Did you
I can
see
tell you
me?
were nerved out. You said your piece. You stood up for what you believed in, and you were like, "I'm not a mug."
Yeah,
You know?
it's not that I want to be horrible to her,
Nope.
but I was just
You weren't
basically
horrible.
saying I have analysed everything. And if you don't think I've got an opinion, well, I'll show you my opinions now.
Well done.
And did I get that across?
I
that
was
have
like
got
smiling
opinion?
like I was a mother. I was like, "Yeah!"
Oh, really?
No, I was proud
So
of you.
I did. Put her, not that I want to put her in her
Absolutely.
place, but put her in her place, basically,
No, no.
to say I can fucking stand up for myself.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And she's probably the first person that was like, "Well done."
Oh, do you reckon?
I think so. You said something that struck a chord with me, which was you said you think
Playing a
she's
game.
playing a game.
She specifically said she's coming in this house. You can ask Paris and Keith. She said, I haven't come in this house to make friends. And that's what stuck
No,
in my
I've
mind.
heard her say that, and I'm not offended
But
by it.
I have come in the house to make friends, so it made me think,
As have
if
I.
you're not in here to make friends, but you're in here to stir shit,
She's a
you're playing
stirrer.
a game. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a defense mechanism for her.
I don't know. Well, she seems very quiet tonight since that.
Yeah.
She's not silly. But we see, I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
p.m. Cammy Lee is expressing a preference.
Like American or English guys.
They're gonna be all over you when you get out of here.
Huh.
English guys.
Really?
Yeah, like loving you.
I do like an Englishman. I'm gonna marry an English guy.
Do you?
It's the accent.
Perez and Nadia are talking about Keith.
I just feel sad for him too, that he's like such a nice guy and so many fucking people put him up tonight. It's such bullshit.
I don't feel sad for him because I think he's just had a wobble, like we all do, and he's like very sensitive, but he's strong and he has the love of a wonderful wife and a lovely family.
It's just a silly game.
If he was a guy on his own, I would be feeling devastated for him tonight.
He's beloved, but people may agree with the bullshit theories that people are spewing.
No.
Oh, you're being too nice. Or,
No.
I don't
well,
know.
if that is the case, then people are stupid. Because he's he's what it says on the tin. He's a thoroughly nice chap.
No, I know, absolutely. But the fucked up thing about this show is that the people who are watching are sadistic motherfuckers and they want us to be tortured and they want us to get into fights. That's why they fucking tune in. So because Keith has not been giving them that, they may hold it against him. Like if I were voting this Friday, I would vote to get him out. Sad as it is.
Would you?
Yes.
God, I wouldn't.
Keith is talking to Big Brother.
Keith, how do you feel about the people that nominated you?
Oh, no problem at all. You know, it's all part and parcel of Big Brother. It's quite tough to be have people that you know and hopefully made friends with nominate you. But they've said some quite constructive things, really. If people do pick up the phone, I'd be so chuffed. I really would to know that people out there are. People out there are voting for you. I'm going to say something. Whew.
It's okay, Keith. Take your time.
Whew. Been very lucky over the years that the public have been really good to me. You know, and forgive me for a lot of stupid things I may have done over the years. And I appreciate that. You know, the voting, you know, whatever way it goes, I'll be happy.
This week, Katie Hopkins, Keith, Nadia, and Perez all face the public vote. Who stays? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. from a mobile, call 6 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. For Katie Hopkins, add 07. For Keith, add 09. For Nadia, add 12. For Perez, add 14. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch up after that, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website.